The best-in-class REIT clients have an enterprise data function, and that enterprise data function has matured.
Joining me today to provide his perspective on finance and accounting transformation is John D'Angelo, Managing Director and U.S. Real Estate Lead with Deloitte. John, how has the Great Resignation impacted operations of REITs?
Yeah, boy, certainly REITs aren't immune to the Great Resignation, and probably more than any time in the arc of my 30-year career. The sort of disruption that's come about from a bunch of people leaving, particularly in cities that are where people have a bunch of choices, has really caused REITs to think about what are they doing, how are they hiring people, what's it mean to be attractive. So it's kind of manifests itself in them thinking about their operations, them thinking about how they provide flexibility, to attract and retain people, and them thinking, sort of seriously about fundamentally their operations in a bigger way than I've ever seen.
What are you seeing happening regarding data and analytics initiatives at your REIT clients?
There's becoming sort of a divide of have and have-nots around data and around how data is invested in and treated as an enterprise asset. So the cool part is the people that have really done something about it are now what we're seeing is they're really getting value out of the data investments that they've made, in becoming more predictive in analytics, less sort of just backwards looking and more forward looking. And I think that's really good for the industry.
And finally, what accounting or finance innovations are you personally most excited about?
I guess you'd call this an innovation. It is FP&A in particular becoming sort of the analytics engine for the whole company. So you almost, in places where we're seeing real innovation, you could drop the F. It's just sort of planning, analysis, analytics beyond finance into the whole company. That's pretty cool. The other thing that's great in terms of innovations, real estate's been slow to pick up robotic process automation, but it's happening. It's just happening sort of if you look at real estate versus what we see in the rest of our client base, the other industries, it's happening at a slower pace. The other thing that you would characterize that is AI for document abstraction. So think about how many documents there are in real estate, right? It's a very document intensive industry, and pulling out data and meaning from those documents and not having that be a laborious person dependent process.